Yes, thought for the day. And the thought says, set yourself on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. Yes. Now what is the meaning of this thought today? This thought says it motivates us to live life passionately, to live life boldly and dream. When we are passionate, right, and when we are bold enough to dream without fearing anything, then we will be able to attract the souls, attract the people who are passionate like us, who are bold like us, right? And when similar people, when people who are alike come together, there is a lot of scope for success and for change. So, I hope that you all will be living your life passionately and boldly without any fear. Dream for the changes that you want to make in society. Now on this note, let's start with our class. In today's class, we're going to deal with writing skill. Writing skill, notice writing. Yes. From very beginning, say suppose 4th, 5th class, we have been doing this. We've been practicing writing skills. Still, I see when students, they come to higher grades, they are still not aware of the proper format that has to be followed for writing a notice. So, in today's class, we are going to deal with the format for notice writing and the marking scheme that is taken to mark or to give you marks on. Now, what is a notice? Yes, anybody? What is a notice? Notice is a very important form of communication, right? Form of communication from an individual or an organization, right? And what exactly happens in notice? In notice, we announce something or the event which has already taken place or which is going to take place in the coming future, right? So when you want people to know, then we frame a notice. So when we start writing the notice, what are the components it will have? Let us see. The first one is title. And what all things should be there in a title? It should be name of the organization or institution who is issuing it, this notice, right? Then the second thing will be place of issuing the notice. After that, it will be after the place will come the word notice, and then it will be eye-catchy heading. Now look at these words. Few words are written in capitals. So the motto behind doing so is that these things in your notice writing will also be in capitals. Okay. Name of the organization or institution, then the name of the organization should be in capitals. Okay. Suppose if I am writing a notice from my school, so you can next is the place. Place where this institution is situated. Okay. So that has to come below that, and that will also be in capitals. After that will be the word notice. This word notice should also be in the capitals. It should be written as it is in the capitals. And after that there will be a heading. Right? A heading will also come. So that heading will also be in capitals. Right? The next is date of issuing the notice. So you will be writing the date, on which day it is issued. Fine. And then after that it will be content. Right? Now in this content again there will be lot many things. So first can be the target group. For whom the notice is being issued. Right? Purpose of notice. Right? Second, what is notice about? Third will be schedule of notice. Which will include date, time and venue. Other important details. So target group, whether if it is meant for school, who will be the target group? The students. If it is meant for some society, the residents of the society. Right? If it is meant for some factory or any other place, then the workers of the factory. So these are the target group. Purpose of notice. Now why this notice is written? Maybe there is some competition, some camp, right? Or some other event that is going to happen. So for that, purpose of the notice, it will be announcement. Whether we want to announce something, we want to ask something, we want to give some information, or we want some information. What is it about? Why? What is the purpose of writing this notice? Next is, what is the notice about? Whether it is about some competition, event, camp that is going to be organized, whatever it can be. So what is the notice about? That has to be given. After that, the other details of the schedule to be given. What are the other details of the schedule of the notice? They are like date, when that event is going to take place, at what time and what is the venue of it. Right? In this you can even add if there is some age limitation. Right? So all those things, whatever, if some other additions are there, that can be added into this point. And then other important details. So other important details will consist of like whom whatever the notice is asking, to whom those details to be submitted. Suppose if you are going to announce some inter-house competition, for example, then you have to give your names. Give your names to whom? So that should be mentioned here, whether it is to be given to your class teacher or your house captains or house in charges or the sports club in charge or the sports captain. So all such details to be mentioned here. last part of the notice will contain signature, name and designation. As I've already told you, the things which are in capital, they need to be in capital when you're writing the notice. So signature will be your sign, your signature. Below that you'll be writing your name, that has to be again in block letters, and below the name will be your designation. Right? With what authority, with what right I am writing this notice? Suppose I am the prefect of my school, the head boy or head girl of the school, so I will be signing it, then below my name will be written, and for my designation it will be written head girl or the school prefect. Am I clear to all of you? I hope you are now thorough with the components of notice. So after this, now let us see the other details of it, like marking scheme, word limits and all those other things. So since now this notice writing, it is a formal thing, formal writing skill. Right? So your language while writing this should be formal. Avoid uses of personal pronouns like I or me, for example. So you should not be using these personal pronouns. Right? And always remember the word limit for notice writing is 50 words. Right? Your notice should not exceed 50 words in the exam. Remember that too. Okay? And after that, what is the thing? That you have to put a box. Box is compulsory to enclose your notice. So wherever you have written the notice, you need to draw a box out of it. Your notice should be enclosed in the box. Now, these are the things, right? Now coming to the marking scheme, the notice question will come for 5 marks. Right? It is a 5-mark question for your exams. So how are we going to mark these things? Right? A title in the format. This entirely is called as the format for notice writing. Now the marks distribution is like whatever the things, all these things and this ending. They include 2 marks. Right? 2 marks are given to the format and 3 marks for the content. Understood? 2 marks for format, 3 marks for content. If anywhere the format something is missing, the marks will be deducted from it. If you forget to draw a box, half mark will be deducted for that. Remember this. If your word limit exceeds 1 or 2 words, half mark will be deducted for the word limit. Right? One or 2 words. If it exceeds 1 mark will be deducted if your notice is more than 50 words and the word limit exceeds 3 to 5 words. So that means we need to be very precise when we are writing our notice writing. Is it clear? Now, talking about the 3 marks for the content, how these 3 marks will be divided. So format 2 marks. Then content, all these things will be included. Word limits, then the box, and 1 mark will be given to the content. Whether all those points that are there, the value added points that are asked in the question, what is the question asking us? What is the topic for us to write? The notice. So all those things are included or no. So on that basis, marks will be deducted from this 3 marks. Am I clear? Have you understood? What is it? Right. Now, let's put this thing in a box in proper notice format and see how it comes out to be. Name of the institution, all in capital letters. Below it will come the place where the institution is situated. Below it will be the notice, then will be the date. In the next line will be writing the heading, which should be eye-catchy, attractive, so that your readers, the one who's reading, wants really to go through it fully. After that will be the content. The content should again include all these points like target group, purpose of notice, details of the schedule or the notice, that is date, time, venue, and other important information if anything else has to be added. And then you will be concluding it with a signature, name and designation. Now since this notice writing we are preparing for our board exams, so always you will be given a name in the question. Right? So remember to write that name. In the flow of writing an exam, don't make mistake and write your name over here. Right? That is something which you have to remember, children. Here you will be writing the name which is given in the question paper. And below it you will be writing the designation which again will be mentioned there in the question. So understood? What are things? This box is very much essential. It's very important. Otherwise, you lose -half for this. This content should be for 50 words. The word limit should not exceed 50 words. Otherwise, as per the words, if 1 or 2 extra words, half mark will be deducted. If more than 2 words, that is 3, 4, 5 or so on, then in complete 1 mark will be deducted. Right? These format, it will be for 2 marks. If anything is missing out of it, the marks will be deducted accordingly for that. I hope you all are very clear with the notice format. Right? Don't get confused. The things which are written in capital letters are to be in capital in your notice writing. Right? And that's the reason why I am putting them in capital letters, so that when you write this format in your notebook, do copy this format in your notebook, so whenever you want to, it will be handy for you to refer to the format and then complete your. So this is all for the notice writing. Further, I'll be sharing with you all the questions that you need to write for this. You can just drop me a message and I'll be sharing it with you. So I hope notice writing is very clear to you all. Okay? Until we meet in our next video, I want you all until we meet in our next video, keep learning, keep sharing, keep experiencing. Take care.